Hello everyone, these are the materials that we're going to use to create our pinky hairband. Okay, so let's go. Now we want to cover this metal hairband with our cleaning pipe, right? It's very important that we cover the metal hairband with the cleaning pipe. So we apply our UHU glue and then we let it breathe for a while. We then bring our pipe and then cover. Okay, so while we allowed it to stay for a while so that it will not be sticky and it will not stain. Now we want to make a leaf. How do you make a leaf? You cut either 3 or 3.5. It depends on how long you want it. So, but I cut 3.5. And at the tip, you get your UHU glue and then put it sparingly on the side of the cleanoline that you have cut. Okay, allow it to breathe for a while. Okay, let's go back to our hairband. To close it to the end. If you don't allow it to stay for a while, it will not come together. Do you understand? Okay, you can see that now. We've done that. Then we take the other side and then try to cover it again. Okay, we'll try to cover the other side. Let's cover it twice. Sorry, cover it twice and then take your leaf and squeeze it together. That's how to make a leaf with cleaning. Once you squeeze it like that, the glue is dried, so it will come together. And then at the end, at the tip of the hairband, we put our UHU glue, allow it to breathe also, and then we'll start cutting out our wire that we're going to use to do our berries for the flower that we're trying to make. So I cut 7. All right, so I'm using the crystal flower to make my berries. So just watch what I'm doing. Can you see that? So you just cut and squeeze inside. You put 3. If you want to put 1, it's okay. If you want to put 2, if you want to put 3, you just hold together and squeeze. So we've created our berries that we're going to use to do our flower. Okay, so at the end of it, we still, try to apply more glue so that it stays in place. So after a while it's dry, we then close it up neatly, right? You can see. Here we have a hairband. So we want to create a flower. Okay, we are using 5 petals to do, or 5 flower rather, to do our flower design that we're going to use to work on this project called the pinky hairband. Okay, so our length for our flexible wire is 8. Okay, we are going to cut 3 of that, right? Set it aside and then we'll cut a shorter one, which is 6. Okay, so we cut that 6, 2 of it, making it 5, right? 3 also, 3, making it 6. And then we roll when you're rolling this berries on, these beaded berries on the wire, please roll it firmly so that it will not shift. If you don't roll it firmly, it will shift. So use all your strength to roll it. Do you understand? Okay, so you remember that we, at the tip of each of the flower, we applied our UHU glue. Yeah, so it's dried a bit, and that's why we can work with it. If you don't allow it to dry, it will be very sticky and tacky, and then it will make your work really, really rough. Okay, so we can't just use only glue to put it together, we need to sew. So we're going to sew all the petals together, right? We sew until we are sure that it is secured and nothing is going to take it off. And as you're sewing, please try to arrange it so that you don't make mistake, so that everything will be in the right point, right? So when you're done with that, you arrange properly and tack as many times as possible, right? Make sure you're using a matching thread that will not show. After that is done, the next step is for us to cover the wire. That's the stem, right? We need to cover it. So we're also using the cloning pipe to cover. Can you see I'm trying to cover it? So we'll put glue at that end where we tack. You remember where we tacked? So that the cloning pipe will help us to cover. So it will just look like a real stem. Okay? Can you see that? So once it's dried a bit, we then cover. Can you see that? So once you cover, you stretch out that end part of the stem, the wire stem. Now that mouth is sharp. We want to make sure that it doesn't stick out. So we bend it a bit. See how I bent it? Can you see that? You just curve it a bit with your round nose and then apply your glue there so that it doesn't stick out. If you leave it sharp like that, it might come out if you don't know how to hold it down. Okay, for those who do not know how to hold it down, that's the best way to do it. You turn it, you curve it in, make a loop with it, and then you glue. Can you see? Voila, watch the next video.